What's up guys, welcome to B.A.M.F Fabricator. I had a customer bring me a motorcycle gas tank. He said there's a leak in it, so I figured I'd do a quick video on how to fix a leak on a gas tank. We're going to be using silicon bronze to do this, so let's find this leak and jump right into the video. The customer brought me this tank. It had a bunch of JB Weld all the way around this edge and stuff, so I figured that's probably where that hole is at, or where it's leaking from. So I ground all that off so that we could spray it and find that hole, and we can weld it up whenever we find it. I capped off all the holes that we have. The filler cap is covered and these two holes are covered. This one I just put a piece of plate over it and a hole in it, that way I can pressure test it. So let's see what we got here. Okay, I see it right here. So now that we've located where it's leaking, I can see a small crack right here on the corner of this bracket. We're going to go ahead and weld it up with some silicon bronze rod. I got some right here, and what silicon bronze is, it's like a copper brass alloy, and it melts at a lower temperature than steel. So you don't have to heat your base metal and then dip your rod. You could pretty much just melt this rod right over the crack, and it should seal pretty good. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Disclaimer, before welding on any gas tank, you need to make sure that it's thoroughly cleaned. This gas tank had a hose shoved in it and had water ran through it, and I rinsed out all that, and it's been thoroughly cleaned since. So if you go welding on any gas tank, make sure it has no gas in it. It's completely clean, free of any fumes. And a lot of times what I do, if I'm welding on a gas tank, I will fill this thing with water and then I'll weld it with water in it, just as an extra precaution. So be careful out there. So hopefully you guys can see this. I gotta stick my tungsten out a little far to reach underneath that bracket. I'm gonna start by just heating that rod and letting it flow into the steel. So now that we got that silicon bronze covering that crack and welded, let's see what happens here. Still got some major leakage. Looks like it's happening right now is it's got a leak underneath this bracket right here. So I fixed that front piece, but now it's blowing out from where it's not welded underneath this bracket. And I think in order to fix that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and weld all the way around that bracket and hope that that stops the leak. So let's try to weld this spot right here. I'm going to show you what I got to do. So I'm just going to heat this rod up and let it drip in there. And just kind of pull it over. Pretty much just use your tungsten to pull that puddle wherever you want it to go. Got that bracket welded up all the way around. Let's see if we got any leaks. Looks like we got some leaks out of this lower bracket now, just in the front here. So we're gonna have to weld that one up too. Looks like it's leaking out of this side now. We got all that welded up. We were leaking right here before under this bracket, and now we're leaking out of this crack. But everything's welded up all the way around that one except for in this spot. So we'll clean that up, run some of that rod through there, and it should be good to go. We should be golden. Not a leak in sight. Cool, we got her done. Guys, remember, if you're welding on gas tanks, please be very, very careful. Take all the precautions necessary, or just don't do it, which is probably a better idea. But I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.